Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. So today I have with me the 2024 BMW X5 M competition. So for the 2024 model year, they made quite a few changes to this vehicle. It was already one of the best vehicles that BMW's ever made. Constantly, this thing was just renowned by different reviewers whenever you talk about it. Somebody had actually even said that the X5 M is what brought them back into the BMW sphere because they're just that good. 617 horsepower, just 0 to 60, I think in like 3.9 seconds with an SUV of this size is just amazing. And then you've also got some beautiful changes for the 2024 model year. Most namely, you've got this horizontal slatted front grille. The cameras are now 4K. This vehicle can park itself and drive itself depending on what kind of options you have on it. Up to 85 miles an hour, this thing actually on national highways can actually just take the wheel for you. There's also a really cool AR setup built into the iDrive 8. And then you've also got these really cool new headlights, which instead of having a traditional kind of full circle halo, they've got this kind of nice 45-degree angle with a cool chamfer with the extended shadowline package just blacking out the whole front of this thing. They've also gotten rid of the regular X5M, which is 600 horsepower, and came out with the all-new S68 engine, which has a slightly tinnier and more kind of raspy exhaust note than the other one did. It's got some like a bump 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 instead of like a whiny sound like the previous one did. Let me get you guys a little cold start, and we'll take this thing out on a drive in a little bit, but I do want to show you the interior. Sounds really, really good. With the, oh, hold on, let me just get you a rev. This thing just sounds so good. And that's with the exhaust closed, just in regular sport mode. And then here is what it's gonna sound like with it cranked up a little bit. It's just cacophonous. I really, really, really like how this car is set up now. On the back end of this vehicle, you've got these new styled taillights with the X5. The new X5M has new taillights. This is the same as kind of on the new X7. You've got this cool little hexagonal pattern. And it just looks really good. Like the back end is almost the exact same trunk room wise. You could throw a little pool party inside of the back here if you really felt like it, or possibly a picnic table. This trunk, the trunk of the X5 is nice. In 1999, the X5 was one of the first vehicles to ever feature this split tailgate design, which is really handy if you're trying to keep apples from rolling out. So if you're going to Costco, the X5M, perfect car for that. You've also got these cool little grocery hooks back here, which are really nice. And it will keep your bags from sliding all around. Whenever you want to hide some stuff whenever you're going inside of a store, you can get the option of either a spare tire in the back, or you can get a, if you don't get the spare tire, you're gonna have an additional little storage cubby down there, which usually can fit kind of like a full-size carry-on. It's a really nice sized space back here. You've also got a little cover that slides back. This is available on the regular X5 as well, but it just slides right down there, so you aren't going to miss any, you aren't going to have anybody peeking in your back seat. This car does have the Bowers & Wilkins audio system, so if you guys are looking around into that and you want to have a really nice sounding audio system, it's $3,400, but it's completely worth it to add that in there. Head on up to the front of this car here. I do want to mention the tires are actually wrapped in 22-inch. The 22-inch wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport tires, so this thing handles extremely well. And then it's got a staggered setup. So on the front wheels, you have a much larger piston, 6 piston calipers wrapped around 21-inch tires. So it gives this thing a nice, cool little stance to it. You've also got these M-style mirrors. A regular X5 M60 isn't going to have these mirrors. And as I mentioned earlier, kind of tucked around the corner here, you'll see that there's a little 4K camera that slides right inside. It's really nice. The paint color on the outside of this is called Brooklyn Gray, which is brand new for the 2024 model year. Inside is absolutely beautiful. You've got a dash that's wrapped in merino leather, same leather material that's on the seats, and the quality is just very, very nice on these. You can get these with massage and ventilated seats. And if you look up at the headliner, it's actually made out of Alcantara. Above my head, you can see there's the extra Bowers & Wilkins kind of hi-hats for your mids, so you're gonna get like that nice tinny sound up there, right up there by your ears. So the Bowers & Wilkins audio is just phenomenal. This pattern that's inscribed on here is actually based off of a natural pattern, so that it doesn't inhibit any audio. You're gonna have a full natural audio as if there wasn't anything on the inside of the car at all. You also have heated and cooled cup holders with the executive package, so we've got some Starbucks that's staying nice and chilly there. With that said, let's take this thing on a little drive. Okay, so now we're inside of the X5 M. And that drink was spicy, but not as spicy as the X5 M. 617 horsepower. That messed my throat up a little bit. A 8-speed ZF automatic transmission, and all of the creature comforts that you would ever want. 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds, and you can feel it whenever you're going into these corners. The adaptive suspension and the way that this car handles is just effortless. For the size of this thing, you don't feel the weight going into these corners. It turns just like a regular M car. Compared to the previous X5M, you will notice a little bit more chassis stabilization, and the car is a lot stiffer, which is what BMW actually was really priding themselves on. It feels very flat and very pointed going through these corners, and it sounds a lot better. The S68 motor is just phenomenal. BMW just keeps making it better and better every single year. And what is kind of cool is you can even get this on a regular X5 M60. That only has a 300-mile run-in period versus this has a 1,200-mile true break-in period, as this is a true M, but it's really nice. You can customize with the X5M, you can customize different things such as the steering, braking, and chassis support. So with the stiffer chassis, you are going to notice a little bit more give and take around the corners with the bumps and everything, but it's going to be a lot more fun to drive. You can also activate MX Drive, which puts this thing into 4-wheel drive sport. You can only do that whenever you turn off the traction control, but it makes this thing an absolute ripper on the corners. Something new with the X5M for the 2024 model year is that you have these really nice carbon fiber paddles that feel very, very, they feel very purposeful. I'm against the common ideology that that paddle shifters should be mounted behind the wheel and should always be in the same spot. I like them being on the steering wheel because then you can always, excuse me, sir, you can always know kind of where you are. You just keep your thumbs where they should be, and you can follow it through each individual kind of turn and braking point a little bit cleaner. Also with the iDrive 8, you get some more cool stuff. As I was mentioning before with the parking, this car can actually park directly off your phone. You can remote keyless access the vehicle and then just kind of walk around. I have a TikTok I'm going to link down in the description that actually showcases this being used on a BMW iX. The technology in these cars is getting really cool. You can even use your phone as a key, so if you don't feel like carrying a big chunky key around in your pocket, you can just carry your iPhone instead, and it makes it a lot easier to just kind of live with these cars. I think BMW absolutely outdid themselves on this new X5M. I'm a huge fan. I love the carbon fiber trim. You do have to get the $300, I believe it's either $300 or $800 upcharge in order to get these carbon fiber paddles, but it does make a big difference, and I would highly suggest it. The metal paddles are nice, but it's nice being able to feel where the paddles are. These are the same ones out of the G80 M3. The M colors on the steering wheel also showcase the fact that this is a true M car, and then you've got these really nice LED accents all around the dash. You've got your M logo. On a regular X5, that's just going to say X5, and you can color customize that to I believe 17 different colors. You just go to your interior lighting here, ambience, and then you've got all these different colors to choose from. It looks absolutely stunning. I'm going to switch this out to Azure, and it just looks really nice. The Bowers & Wilkins speakers also light up on this car, and if you are looking for a high-performance SUV, the BMW X5M has to be one of the best cars out there. I think this one's priced out at right around $130,000. The Brooklyn Gray is all new for this year, and I don't know. This is a great car. If you guys are in the market, look at the description below and you'll find this vehicle linked where you can actually purchase it for yourself. But without further ado, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.